Hi guys, so today I am finally getting around to sharing with you my skincare routine. So this is a video that I have been meaning to do and I've told you guys I'm going to do for probably about 10 months. I probably mentioned it in one of the first videos I ever put up, and I've always kind of said that I wanted to get in the routine because I've always changed products quite a lot, and I've been trying this this new kind of routine, and I've now been using it since December, so we're going on sort of 8 months, and I am quite happy with it, quite settled with it. And if you couldn't tell right now, I have chosen to do this video without a single piece of makeup on. This is me completely barefaced, and that is something that was quite important to me when I filmed this video. Now I will say that I was kind of humming and hawing. It's like, well, I kind of want to do it when my skin is good and blah blah, but to be honest, my skin, despite all of these products, is never completely clear. I always have some sort of acne on my chin, albeit kind of light, but I always have some spots. It never goes away, so it's like there's never a good time. And anyway, I'm trying to be raw and honest and real with you guys, so waiting until I've got good, nice clear skin, A, was never going to happen, and B, defeats the object of this. So that is why I am here with no makeup on, to show you guys what my skin actually looks like, and that these products are not a godsend, they're not a miracle. They help, I'm definitely convinced that they help, but my skin is the way it is. There's flare-ups like everybody else, and I really wanted to be able to share that with you guys. I see a lot of videos on YouTube where it's people come down, they're completely covered head to toe makeup, look absolutely beautiful, and go through their skincare routine. And it just sort of grates on me. It's like, yeah, but actually show me what your skin looks like. Do these products do anything for you? Does your skin look amazing and flawless, or does it look like it's got acne? Anyway, show me your skin. So that is why I have chosen to film this video like this, and it's a big sort of reason behind the meaning of Facing Perfect. And I don't think I've ever kind of gone into why Facing Perfect, my channel, my blog, is called this, and that is a video that I do have sort of in the back of my mind that I need to film. But basically it was that you watch people on YouTube all of the time who are covered head to toe makeup, who kind of depict these perfect lives, and actually, you know, underneath it all, they've not got perfect skin. They're not stick thin. They don't go out to brunch all the time. And it's actually sort of, we see this every day. I've grown up seeing this. I watch YouTube, and it's just not realistic. And that's kind of what my channel is. It's, no, I don't go out every weekend. To be honest, I quite like sitting home on my sofa watching the F1, which is what I've done today. It's a Sunday afternoon. Nothing wrong with that. But also, so not just like in our social media, but adverts for skincare products, it's always got people like, oh yes, it's for acne prone skin, but the person that's showing you the product, they've hardly ever had spots in their life most of the time. Not always, and I think companies are getting better at doing that. But anyway, rant over. That is what this video is about. That is why I've taken my time to show it with you. That's what my channel is all about, and why I do not have any makeup on. So that also being said, my skin actually looks pretty good at the moment. I obviously have some dark circles under my eyes. I do have some acne going on around my chin. I have two. This side of my chin, I tend to get sort of two reoccurring like cystic spots that hardly ever go away, and I am a big person of touching my face when I'm stressed. I sit at work and I sort of sit like this. I'm always touching my chin, which doesn't help at all, but it's me and I'm more aware of it, so I try and like, no, put your hands down, but it doesn't always work like that, as you all probably well know. So let's get into what products I use, how I use them. I'm going to go through the ones I use every day, and then some of the ones I use when I need sort of more targeted stuff or every other day kind of things. So to start with, we're going to talk about what I use to take my makeup off. So I have been using the Garnier micellar water for probably about 2 years now. This is I moved from makeup wipes to micellar water. This one is for combination oily skin. To be honest, I've always used the pink one up until now, and this one just happens to be, the last 2 times I bought it, this one has been on a Tesco's Club Card deal, which is why I have been using it. But to be honest, they all do the job quite well. I don't notice the difference with this one being for combination and oily versus the pink one, which I think is just for normal skin. But I just take my makeup off using a cotton pad. I've now got some reusable ones which I've been using to try and sort of save up on the waste of them. But yep, so this is what I used to take off my skin. Oh dear God, take off my makeup. Don't take off your skin. And then this is one of the products that I found in December last year. So it is the Superdrug Zinc Cleanser, and zinc is supposedly sort of a good thing to use to fight acne and spots, and specifically cystic acne, because it can really sort of get in there and do some good work. But to be honest, I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that I really like it. This is the second one that I've used, and it is down to here, or second one that I bought, and it is down to here, so I need to get a new one soon. I might get the bigger one. I think the bigger one is about £8, so it doesn't cost the world. But of all the cleansers that I have ever used, this one is one that I've really been liking it. It's quite gentle, it doesn't leave my skin really dry or anything like that. So this one for me has been working for the past 8 months, so I'm going to stick with it for now. The next product, and this is sort of in order of how I use them, is one that I have to say I do not use religiously, but when I haven't been using it, I notice. And I can really tell again when I do start reusing it, and it makes me regret the fact that I stopped. And it is the Paula's Choice BHA Liquid Exfoliant. This thing, yes, I have only got the travel size. I have bought 2 of them, mainly because even though it's more sort of cost effective to buy the big one, these are like £9 versus 27. So this is the second one I've gone through, and so it's quite full. I don't use very much of it, so it lasts quite a while anyway. But yeah, this one, it just makes such a massive difference to my skin in general. Like, I feel like I get less spots. I feel like my skin looks better when I have been using this. So this, for me, was a almost life-changing, skincare changing product that I will continue to use and to sort of advocate for, and to encourage people who do have sort of acne prone, say that 2 times fast, spot prone skin, to give it a go. Yes, it's quite expensive, but it works. For me anyway, it works. And for quite a few people, because it's got very good reviews, which is what made me try it in the first place. Gotta love Instagram. The next thing I use, and again I have been using this for a long time, this is the 3rd bottle that I've gone through of this, and it is the Ordinary's Niacinamide. The Ordinary and the Inculist, I have products from both. They are just such great sort of cheaper skincare brands that actually are really good and effective and do not cost the world, which is amazing for somebody who's trying to get into skincare and you don't want to spend like £30+ on a single product. But this one, again, I use it twice a day at the moment. Should have mentioned this one I tend to use in the evening, either every day if my skin is bad, or every other day when I am good at using it. This one I use twice a day, and just put a little bit on my hand after I've let in the evening after I have let the BHA soak into my skin. I will then put some of this on, and I really like this. I will say that it's a bit odd if you've got wet hands or a slightly wet face. It will kind of become a little bit almost foamy, so I try and make sure that it doesn't foam up. It just, you kind of get a white sort of, yeah, almost like when you've got a tiny bit of soap on your hands. If you just rub it, it comes up a little bit white, and then it goes away, and it's not leaving any white residue or anything on your skin, but it does just come up. So I do try and make sure my skin is completely dry whenever I put this on. I just feel like it goes in a little bit better. So the last thing of my sort of everyday kind of skincare is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. this is, I have to say, considering I made a big point about this being products I've been using for months and I know really work, this I bought about 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of going back on that one. But like I thought it would be, it is a very good dupe for the Clinique Moisture Surge. The Clinique Moisture Surge is what I've been using for the last however long, but I recently ran out of it and decided I wanted to finally, cannot talk today guys, finally see if this sort of matched up to it. And I would say this one has more fragrance, but it does an awesome job and is very, very similar for a fraction of the price, especially when you get it on a good deal. Not gonna lie, I will still be using Clinique Moisture Surge, but this is a very good alternative and I'm really enjoying using it. So, and I use that twice a day, and I just put a little bit on my face, I rub it all in, make sure to get my eyes, my neck, and every good bit like that. So, that is what I use every day, pretty much both morning and night. I obviously don't use this in the morning because I don't have any makeup on. Don't use this in the morning because I just try and use it once a day or every other day, like I mentioned. So the last couple of things, I have 4 other things to show you, are products that I use either every now and then or like 3 times a week kind of thing. So such as again, this is just the Superdrug's own brand, the Hyaluronic Booster. I use that sort of every 3 days, just to give me a little bit of extra hydration. This one and the Clinique Moisture Surge also have some hyaluronic acid in it as well, so don't worry too much about this one, but I do think it makes a difference and makes my skin feel extra smooth and plump, so I like using that one. The next one is one I use sort of 1 to 2 times a week. It tends to be about 1 time a week when I remember, sort of on a weekend, probably on a Saturday night when I'm just feeling like pampering myself a little bit, and it is Retinol. Again, Inky List, very similar to The Ordinary. I would compare the brands quite similarly, but yeah, it's just a very simple, quite a good quality retinol that I tend to put sort of on my forehead and around sort of my eyes where I'm trying to prevent getting wrinkles, as everyone should have a good retinol. But yeah, for somebody starting out with their skincare, that is definitely a really good one to use. For treatment for my spots, if they are very red and angry, and I don't have this product with me right now, I use a tiny bit of hydrocortisone cream, and when I do that in the evening, just smear a tiny bit on. A little goes a really long way, and I probably do that no more than sort of 2 days in a row, and then it takes the redness away, which is the biggest thing for me, and that I only use when I feel like I really need it. Another good thing that I have been using, sort of almost in the same league as the hydrocortisone and to do the same job, is, I never know how to say this word, is it succinic acid? Probably completely butchered that, but it's a blemish treatment from the Inky List again, and it is, I've mentioned it in my favourites, it is very green. Let me show you if it can come out. Very green and doesn't smell all that great, but because it's green it helps to counteract the redness, and I really think it does do a good job. That is what I've been using this time around to try and get these guys to settle down a little bit, but it does help to fight it as well as getting rid of the redness. Okay, the last product is probably a tiny bit controversial. It is an actual physical exfoliant. So this is the No. 7 Total Renewal Microdermabrasion Exfoliator, and it has a very fine grit in it, and I only use it sort of in the shower when I really gently rub it into my face, and this I probably use about max 4 times a year. It's only when my face is really dry and the chemical exfoliants are not touching it. No matter how much I moisturize, my skin is just dry, makeup's sitting horribly. I just need a little bit something extra, and that is when I go for this. So again, not everybody likes using a physical exfoliant, and I understand that, I get why, but every so often when nothing else cuts it, I always resort to this one, and then obviously take a break from using my chemical ones whilst I am using this, just to give my skin back its, or to remove all of the sort of dead skin that I've got going on that nothing else will touch, and then moisturise a lot, and sun cream. Don't forget the sun cream. But anyway, that is what I have been using, and I've said it before and I will say it again. Just because these products work for me doesn't mean that they'll work for you, and doesn't mean that they will work for me in a week from now, a month from now. And that's one of the reasons that I've taken so long to do it, to film this video. But even now I know that I've got a routine that works, and if I take one out I do notice a bit of a difference. So I do know they are doing something, but my skin is far from fixed using it. They are not miracle products. But yeah, a week from now, any one of these could stop working, or my skin could just flare up for no reason. And it's just one of those things, your skin changes, hormones, stress, various different things. But I do like to make clear that because it works for me, doesn't mean it will work for you. When I was a couple of years younger, I watched somebody's skincare routine and thought, your skin's like mine, I'm going to buy all of these products and use them. And they weren't the cheapest products in the world, and you know what, they made my skin worse. So it really sort of ingrained to me that because it works for me doesn't mean it will work for you, vice versa. And yeah, I just really want to make that clear. But if you have any suggestions for a good eye cream, I am looking for one of those at the moment, so please leave them in the comments below if you have any suggestions for me. But I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. It's really, I am definitely trying to be sort of real and raw with you guys. Don't have perfect skin, have struggled with spots, not severe acne, but since I was probably about 11, I have hardly ever had a day where I didn't have a single spot on my face. But that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that, and I've learnt to cover it up quite well with makeup, that nobody really notices. But equally, if you don't want to wear makeup, it doesn't matter. It is definitely not determining your worth, what your skin is like. But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you would like to, please subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here. And yeah, I hope you have a very lovely week. It is a very sunny but very windy Sunday afternoon at the moment, and I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the day. Hope you guys have a lovely week, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.